Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to zero in on a tiny little choice you make in your writing that honestly has a huge impact on how professional you sound. We're talking about and versus however. It's a simple distinction, but once you get it, I promise it's going to make your writing look so much sharper.
So, right off the bat, let me ask you something. Just take a quick look at this sentence. How does it feel to you? Does anything seem a little off?
You've probably seen this a million times, right? In emails and reports, everywhere. And look, it kind of reads okay, you get the meaning, but grammatically speaking, this is one of the most common mistakes out there. It's one of those little things that can make your work feel just a tad less polished. So, let's fix it.
Now, to really understand the fix, we first need to know what tools we're even working with. See, and however aren't interchangeable because they come from two totally different grammatical families. You've got your conjunctions and you've got your connectors, and they do very, very different jobs.
Okay, first up, conjunctions. The way the Yale Pourvu Center describes them is perfect. Their entire job is to join clauses together so they read as one single flowing sentence. Think of them as the glue that works inside a sentence, holding its pieces together.
Connectors, though, they play a different game. These are your transition words, and they're used between two whole separate sentences. Their job isn't to glue things together into one sentence, but to act as a bridge that shows the relationship from one completed thought to the next one.
So here it is, side by side. It really is this simple. Conjunctions live inside one sentence, joining its parts. Connectors live between two separate sentences, bridging the gap. One joins, the other bridges. That's the core difference right there.
All right, now that we have our categories, let's put our two key players and however right where they belong. And is a classic coordinating conjunction. You probably remember it from the Fanboys acronym back in school. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. The job of and is super simple. It just adds one idea to another. It's cumulative.
But, however, is not a conjunction at all. It's a connector. Its whole purpose in life is to signal a contrast, like a turn in the road between two complete sentences. It's basically putting up a big sign for your reader that says, okay, I just told you one thing, now get ready for an idea that goes against it. Okay, screenshot this one, folks. This is your cheat sheet. And is a conjunction. It joins parts of one sentence, and you just need a simple comma before it. However is a connector. It links two separate sentences, and it needs a much stronger piece of punctuation before it, either a semicolon or a full-blown period.
So, we've got the rules down. Now let's do the fun part and actually go back to that original sentence and make it right.
Here it is again. Now think about it. Our team delivered the report on schedule. That's a complete thought, a full sentence. And we exceeded the budget. That's also a complete sentence. And what's trying to hold these two heavyweights together? One little comma. It's just not strong enough.
This exact error has a name, It's called a comma splice. It happens when you try to jam two independent sentences together with only a comma. A comma by itself just doesn't have the grammatical muscle for that job, and trying to make it work is what causes the problem.
And here is fix number one. The easiest and cleanest way to do it, just use a period. End the first sentence, period. Then start the next one with, however, followed by a comma. It's clean, it's correct, and it is perfectly professional.
Now, fix number two is a little more advanced, but it's so elegant. You use a semicolon. Think of a semicolon as a kind of super comma. It's strong enough to connect two closely related sentences like these. This shows your reader that the two ideas are separate, but you want them to feel very, very connected. So when is and the right choice? Well, here you go. The campaign generated new leads, and the sales team followed up. We have two actions that are part of the same bigger story. That little comma before and just perfectly stitches them together into one smooth, logical sentence.
And now look at however, doing its job perfectly. The first sentence gives us a positive fact. The period gives us a full stop, a moment to process, then however kicks off a totally new sentence with a contrasting idea. That punctuation creates a really clear, powerful separation between the good news and the bad news.
Okay, I know we've covered a bit of grammar here, but it really all boils down to one super simple idea that you can take with you and use right away.
So here's what I want you to remember. Think of and as a single link inside one long chain of thought. But think of however as a big bridge that connects two totally separate roads. If you can just picture that, the punctuation makes perfect sense. A small comma for the link, and a strong period or semicolon for the bridge.
Getting this one thing right, and versus however is such a great step. But it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other little, almost invisible habits in our writing might be shaping how our bosses, our clients, and our colleagues see us? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.